anubhuti more and more internalize. When you internalize more and more, dig out more and more, you are living enlightenment. I am telling you, if you just find the taste of internalizing, manana, vakyartha sadas, you will understand. That becomes your stronger experience. Consciousness becomes your stronger experience. You start associating yourself with that. Associating yourself with your pure consciousness is completion, meditation, dhyana, samadhi, unclutching, enlightenment. Associating yourself with consciousness, the pure consciousness, as Upanishads describe, which is verily possible, which is not somewhere far away. No. Even if you are a liar, you can achieve consciousness. Understand? Nothing can be the reason. It's obstruction, obstacle. Any amount of logic can be awakened, used inside you. Any amount of right or wrong can be awakened, and you can go on brooding over it. Please understand. Go on contemplating. Go on doing vakyartha sadas. Go on thinking, what is consciousness? Automatically, your brain will start catching that as you. Associate that as you. When your brain associates itself with consciousness as that itself, it will start cognizing, taking actions, decisions, everything based on that. Literally, your whole brain will lit up. Your whole heart will lit up. Your whole body will lit up. Maybe that is why it is called enlightenment. The whole thing will be lit up. Digging out more and more and more and more and more. Exploring more and more and more makes you live enlightenment. For any reason, you are stuck and does not want to move further out of your tiredness, boredom, laziness, or thinking, okay, with this I'll manage my neighbors after all. I need to just be little more than my neighbors. That's all my life's purpose. Two liars saw a bear in the forest. One fellow started running. The other liar shouted, What do you think? By running you will be able to escape from the bear? He said, no, I just have to outrun you, that's all. Because the bear is going to be busy with you. I just have to run faster than you, that's all. But life is not like that, understand? If you are just able to excel a little more than the people around you, life doesn't end there. The tiredness and boredom which will come to you when you excelled a little more than the people around you, If you are stuck there, that is what Upanishad describes here. Antantama pravishantiye avidyamupasate tato bhuya yivate tamaha yavu vidyayam rataha. Over. Over. Everything is over. Please understand. The tiredness and boredom is hellfire. With the boredom and tiredness, you can't even peacefully sleep. Understand that. You may be lying on the bed, but you will be rolling over. If you lie down on the bed after real, sincerely exhausting whatever you want to do and fall into the bed, you will be so powerful and fall asleep. But just out of boredom and tiredness, if you fall into the bed, you will be so powerless you can't even fall asleep. Falling asleep is an action as per Hindu tradition. Understand? It is not non-action. Only unclutching is non-action. Everything else is action. So for falling asleep, your buddhi need to be powerful. To work, your muscles need to be powerful. To plan, your logic needs to be powerful. For falling asleep, your buddhi need to be powerful. Understand? That is why in the West so many people suffer even to fall asleep. It's only the Vedic tradition which has a solution and answer. I am telling you, let anybody teach any religion. You can practice all that in the daytime. But if you want to fall asleep, the only religion you can practice is Hinduism, nothing else. Nothing else will teach you to fall asleep. Any amount of any size bed you can buy, any number of pills you can swallow. It's only the Vedic tradition which can give you rest or help you to fall asleep, because falling asleep is an action. It is not collapsing on the bed as you have been taught from the beginning. Your buddhi needs to be powerful. Your buddhi will be powerful whole day if you keep your body and intellect powerful. Whole day if you are acting, alive, not entertaining the boredom and tiredness, then just you can stretch your body, it will fall into samadhi. It will fall into the state of yoga nidra. If you fall asleep after the sexual act due to the pain, tiredness in the body, it is bhoga nidra. If you fall asleep after rolling in the bed for quite a long time because of that boredom and tiredness, it is roga nidra. If you fall asleep just out of the pure powerfulness of buddhi, it is yoga nidra. Understand? Entertaining boredom in your life is hellfire. You can see many days out of boredom and rejection, when you lie on your bed, you can't even fall asleep. You will be just rolling, tossing. That is hellfire. Understand? That is hellfire. Align your body and intellect straight. make your life strong. Make yourself as much as possible useful to yourself and to the world. And continue to explore the subtle and subtle truths described by Upanishads as consciousness. Understand? Subtle and subtle truths described by Upanishads as consciousness. Actually, meditating on those concepts grows an extra intra-organ in your system, what I call third eye or buddhi. You are not born with it, you have to grow it. The vegetarian food and continuous contemplation, everything used in the Shaivite lifestyle directly connects to awakening and building of buddhi. Man whose buddhi is awakened will never entertain boredom in the life. One of the biggest problems the future humanity is going to face is boredom, because no more you can make people feel excited about life with the basic needs like a food, shelter, clothes. It is available now for everyone. But humanity doesn't know how to lead ourselves to the next level. Political leaders, social leaders, religious leaders, all of them are stuck. Because you can't make people excited, keep people excited anymore just with this food, clothes, shelter. It's all over. I'm telling you. That is why so much of depression and boredom is settling in. All psychiatric disorder. You can give any number of name. That phobia, this phobia, that fear, this fear, depression. Any number of name you can give. Depression, suppression, whatever name you want, you can go on. This disorder, bipolar, tripolar, fourpolar, sixpolar, whatever name you want to give, you can do everything. But all mental disorders boils down to one word: boredom. That's all. Boredom. That's all. Nothing else. Just boredom.